What's up, everybody? Welcome to workout number 5. So this is a really cardio intensive workout. So the only equipment that you're going to need is a 4-inch aerobic step, a workout mat, light dumbbells. This is Landry. This is Jessica. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start with 30 jump ups on our step. So we're gonna do 30 just jump ups like you're doing just like a jumping jack. All right, so go ahead, let's jump into it. 30 jump ups. So the same exact thing as a normal jumping jack, just using the step, it just makes you have to jump a little bit higher. So your heart rate's gonna go up just a little bit more. That's what we want. This workout's gonna be a little bit more cardio intensive just because we're using this light little step. All right, so 30 jump ups. Then we're gonna roll into 30 of these side to side steps. So no breaks, transition right in. All right, 30 side to side steps. Yeah, side to side. All right, perfect. Yes, there we go. 30 side to side steps. All right. So cardio, then we're gonna go down to the mat for some abs. So we wanna make sure your heart rate is elevated. This whole circuit is just about getting your heart rate up and then warming up your core. So let's go down to your mat. We're gonna do 20 of the full range stretch and crunch. So go ahead, lay down. So the stretch and crunch. So this is one of my favorite exercises for abs. So when you lay down, it's like a normal sit-up that you've done a million times, but when you lay down, I want you to stretch as far back as you possibly can. So when you do that, your back is going to come up off the ground, and I want your back to come up off the ground. So when you feel your back coming up, I want you to take a little breath of air. That's going to fill your lungs with air. That's going to expand your rib cage. You're gonna feel that ab crack line up and down the center of your core. All right, awesome. And then when you crunch up, see how neither one of them are sitting all the way up. I want you to stop when you almost get all the way up. If you sit all the way up, that's gonna give your abs too much rest. We don't want your abs to have any rest, except for when you lay down to stretch them out. Okay, right back to the 30 jump ups. All right, so non-stop with any of these circuits. I want you to just rip through the entire thing. So 30, 30, 20, 3 times. All right. You guys feeling good? All right. Yeah, these steps, they're only 4 inches, but just that little bit of height, it adds a lot to the cardio aspect of the workout. And we're also going to be using the steps for things like tricep dips, for some, a little bit of light booty toning. So it's a really versatile piece of equipment that you can buy pretty much anywhere, any sporting goods store. And it's an amazing piece of home workout equipment that doesn't take up any space. All right, 15 each side, 30 total. And then right back down for the stretch and crunch. So with all of these workouts, you're gonna hear me talking about stretching and twisting your core. We're trying to get that really long, lean, feminine type of a core. So we're not going for like boxy abs. We're not looking for like a ripped six-pack. We want everything to be very athletic and toned and not overly boxy. All right, perfect. Remember, inhale when you lay down, exhale when you crunch up. And with the ab crack line that I keep talking about, I talk about this in every single workout. It's like you can feel it and kind of like envision it whenever you lay down. It's kind of a weird thing. But once you feel it, you kind of can't like unfeel it. It's weird. Does that make any sense, guys? Or just, okay, cool. All right. So really try not to take any breaks or breathers within each circuit. In between each circuit, if you need to take a little break, a little breather, that's totally fine. I just wanna make sure that your heart rate is elevated the entire workout. All right, side to side, perfect. All right, 15 each side, 30 total. All right, last set of stretch and crunch. All right, stretch it as far back as you can. So think of it like you just woke up in the morning, you just rolled out of bed. First stretch in the morning, that's what each rep needs to feel like when you lay down. Then when you crunch up, you wanna exhale, lay down, inhale. So breathing is important at every single exercise that you ever do, but especially with these, because the breathing part is like a key component of the exercise. The inhale when you lay down, the exhale when you crunch up. It makes a massive difference. right, looking good. All right, all right. All right, circuit number 2. So for this one, we're gonna start with a calf stretch on the step. So with these circuits, using the little stepper, your calves are gonna be absolutely on fire. So you can take a little break, take a little stretch anytime you need to. So let's go ahead and stretch your calves out really quick. So quick little stretch at the end of the step. Get one leg, get the other. Then we're gonna go right into 50 of the toe taps. So let's jump into the toe taps. So 5, 0, 25 each leg. And with these workouts too, if you don't have a step, you can still do these workouts completely body weight only with no step on the floor. Totally fine. You're still going to get a killer workout even if you don't have a step. All right, so 25 each leg, 50 total. And then we're gonna go down for a little lower glute, upper hamstring toning. So go ahead and lay down. We're gonna do 15, 15 of the heel press hip thrust. Jessica's gonna be doing these on the floor. Landry is gonna do an elevated heel press hip thrust. So for these, just put your foot or your leg about the angle that they have their legs at. So that's the perfect angle. You don't want your foot too far away from your booty. You're gonna feel that way too much in your hamstring. I want it to burn. I don't want it to actually hurt. You don't want your foot too close to your booty, or you're gonna feel a little bit too much in the front of your leg. We don't want that either. But you have to have your toes up in the air, pressing just with your heel. So when you press up with your hips, you want to flex your glutes, flex your hamstrings as tight as you can. So you're gonna feel this burning your lower glute, kind of upper hamstring area, right up in here. Feeling that?
Yes.
Awesome, great. So this is that area I talk about a lot in a lot of my classes, that most girls tend to gain a little bit of body fat first, maybe even a little bit of cellulite. So these workouts for the backs of your legs, for your hamstrings, lower booty, are really effective at actually either preventing or getting rid of some of that cellulite. All right. So 15 each leg, and then we're gonna go right into 20 of the reverse crunch. So let's go ahead and lay down on the mats. Just spin around, there we go. All right, so 20 reverse crunch. So once again, the bend in your legs, the angle, just like I mentioned with the heel press hip thrust, the angle is everything. So you have to lock your knees in this exact bend. Perfect. So when you bring your feet down to the floor, just like I mentioned with the stretch and crunch previously, I want your back to come up off the floor. So take that breath of air when you feel your back coming up off the floor. You're gonna feel that ab crack line down the center of your core again, same exact thing as with the stretch and crunch. Then when your feet come up about stomach level, I want you to use your abs to press straight up to the ceiling and not momentum just to fling your feet over your face. So when your feet go to the floor, inhale. When your feet go up to the ceiling, I want you to exhale for that crunch. All right, perfect. All right, so we're getting 20 reps. All right, right back up, round 2. All right, right back to the toe taps. All right. So once again, we're trying to keep your heart rate elevated the entire workout. We don't want your heart rate to dip down too much. So each circuit that we do, we're gonna start with some type of light little cardio. And we never do squats, no lunges, no burpees. Those are great. Yeah, that's always, yeah. Nobody likes a burpee, and for some people that could actually bulk up your legs. So we just err on the side of caution. We never do any of those. All right, then we're going right back to the heel press hip thrust. Elevated, non-elevated. So it's your pick. You might feel it a little bit more if you do these elevated. What do you think? Do you feel these a little bit more than when you do them on the floor? Okay, cool. Yeah, you're still gonna feel them if you do these on the floor. I promise you. I promise you.
Definitely.
Yeah, just make sure when you press up with your heel, you're flexing that one glute as tight as you can. You can't. If your form is correct, the bend in your knee is correct, you can't not feel it. It's impossible to not feel. All right, perfect. And everything that we do for legs, nothing is gonna bulk up your legs, I promise you. So the goal is to either shrink your legs, shrink your hip measurements down, if that's the goal, or either way, we're not gonna bulk anything up, I promise. We just wanna keep everything very toned and athletic, and not big and bulky, and not just skinny. We're not going for skinny. We're going for athletic and toned. All right, perfect. All right, right into the reverse crunch. All right. And with these, if you're new to the reverse crunch, when you bring your feet down to the floor, if it does give your back a little bit of discomfort, but that's totally normal. But what you can do, just stop maybe right about there. When your feet go down, when you start to feel your back coming up off the floor, if that does give your back a little bit of discomfort, you can stop right there. There we go. Make the range of motion a little bit smaller. Then maybe after a few workouts, once you gain a little bit of strength in your core and your lower back, maybe try to bring your feet down a little bit more, then a little bit more, and just see how it feels. But one of the main features of the reverse crunch of this one is when your feet go down to give you that stretch in your abs. We're really going for that stretch, the lengthening and elongating your core, like I mentioned previously in circuit number 1 with the stretch and crunch. All right, last set, let's do this. Looking good, feeling good?
Yes.
All right, looking great. Hey, you do the hard work, I just steer the ship. And once again, if you don't have a step, body weight only, on the floor, on the rug, totally fine. All right, looking good. All right, last set of heel press hip thrust. So once again, the angle is everything with this one. So if you have your foot too far away from your booty, like I mentioned, it's actually uncomfortable how bad it feels. It's gonna feel like someone has like a hot dagger in the back of your leg. Like I said, I want it to burn. I don't want it to feel like the back of your leg's about to explode. So it's not a good feeling. So I want everything to burn. I don't want anything to hurt. All right, last set of 15. And it's surprising how such a small little movement is so effective at toning the backs of your legs and your lower booty. That area that most girls have a problem with, that right in that area that I keep talking about, that's the area that we're really trying to target in a lot of these workouts. All right, looking good. All right, yeah, I hope so. All right, last set of reverse crunch. Perfect. And when you crunch up too, sometimes I see people press up as high as they can physically go. I don't want you to end up on like your shoulder blades or your upper back. It's not a huge range of motion as far as when you press up. So just get your booty, get your lower back, a little bit of your middle back up off the floor. The main part is when you bring your feet down, and don't do this one too fast too. So you want to feel that stretch. So the stretching component of this one is actually more important than the actual crunch when you press up. So we do a million crunches. You're gonna feel everything in your abs with the crunch part. It's the stretching part from the reverse crunch and the stretch and crunch that I'm mainly focused on. All right, perfect. All right, done. All right, circuit number 3. So we're gonna grab both of your dumbbells. So Jessica's using 3-pound dumbbells, Landry's using 4-pound dumbbells. Either weight is totally fine. So Landry's gonna be doing the side-to-side punches on the step. Jessica's just gonna be doing just the punches. So go ahead and get going. We'll do 50 of the punches. So Landry, this one's a little bit, it's like a coordination test, cardio, upper body, core all at the same time. This one's just the punches so it's kind of like upper body, cardio, and core, just without the coordination step. So if you don't have a step, boom, right here. If you do, and you wanna kind of test your coordination, burn a few more calories, do this one. So it's 50 punches, that's what you wanna count. 25 each arm, abs as tight as you can, 50 punches. Then we're gonna go straight into 12 of the tricep kickbacks. Perfect. So with these, all you're gonna do, glue your upper arms to your side, lean forward, chest out, and then just lock your elbows out. So it's 12, and then we're gonna, in a seamless fluid motion, we're gonna go down to the mat, and we're gonna hit abs again. Perfect. All right, now it's 12 of the stretch and crunch with a big twist. So it's the normal stretch and crunch that we did, the previous circuits, I think circuit number 1. Yep, exactly. So stretch and crunch, same exact thing, just holding the weights. And then when you crunch up, have your elbows pretty much locked out or almost locked out, and you're making a really big twist, both sides. So it's the stretch and crunch, so we're stretching our abs up, flexing your abs, but then that pause with a big twist, you're gonna feel big time in your obliques. Yep, true story? Okay, good. Facts, good. All right, perfect. All right, so this one's just 12, so count each stretch and crunch as 1. All right, and with this one, your arms are gonna be absolutely on fire since you're gonna be holding the dumbbells the entire time. When you get up, if you wanna briefly drop the dumbbells, kind of shake your arms out, then pick them up again, that's totally fine.
Perfect. This is definitely one of those multi-purpose workouts.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with this. Yeah, your upper body's probably gonna be burning even more than your core. All right, let's hop it up. Okay, Right back to the punches. Yeah, your arms are gonna be absolutely on fire with this one, but that's the point. It's not just about hip, leg, waist reduction. We wanna make sure that your upper body, your arms, your upper back stay very athletic and toned while we're toning up your core, your booty, your inner thigh, your legs, everything. So these workouts are always full body. It's not just, you know, hip, leg reduction and then my arms look like noodles. Like we want some athletic tone to your upper body. We don't want anything to be bulked up, but we don't want just skinny upper body. So entire body is gonna be completely athletic and toned with these. All right, so lock your elbows out. Looking great, perfect. Awesome, all right, back down for abs. So remember, when you lay down, take that breath of air when you lay down to stretch out your abs. When you crunch up, exhale. So once again, breathing is super important with all of these, but especially anything with a stretch and crunch, reverse crunch. It makes all the difference in the world. So stretch, inhale, exhale, twist, twist, then back down. This is just 12. All right, perfect. Like I keep talking about lengthening and elongating your core. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We're stretching and then twisting. So over time, that's what's hopefully gonna get you more of that long, lean type of a core. All right. All right, last set. I know your arms are on fire. You need to shake them out real quick. It's totally fine.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, we got it. You got it. Don't stop. Don't stop. And with the dumbbells too, you can use 2 pound, 3 pound, 4 pound, 5 pound dumbbells. Totally fine. It's up to you. With some of these, if you want to go heavier, you know, when we do the tricep kickbacks, when we do some biceps, if you want to go heavier, if you want to go 8 pound, totally fine. 10 pound, okay, cool. You probably don't want to go any heavier than 4 pounds, 5 pounds with the punches. Yeah, and you'll still feel it with no weights too. All right, lock those elbows out, flex your triceps. Awesome, all right, last set of abs. All right, inhale, big breath, exhale, twist, twist. It's all right. All right, perfect. All right, both of you are looking amazing. Both of you got that ab crack popping. I like it. That's what we're going for.
Yep.
Hey, you guys do the hard work. It just shows how effective these types of workouts are to get that long, lean core. That's what we're going for. These two have been doing these types of workouts with us for years, and it shows.
This is my baby time.
Yeah. All right, looking good. Just about done. All right, done with circuit number 3. Good job, guys. All right, circuit number 4. So I know your calves are probably on fire right now, so we're gonna start this one with a little calf stretch on the step. So you guys go ahead and stretch your calves out. Let's give it maybe like 5-10 seconds rest with a stretch each leg, okay? Yeah, well, I don't think so. No. How about seconds? All right, so now we're gonna go straight into the 50 side-to-side steps. So just side to side, it's fine. All right, perfect. 50 side to side, 25 each leg, just like we did before. Once again, just using these little, like, these are about 4-inch steps. It just bumps up the level of cardio just a little bit. If the steps are too high, you're gonna have to actually kind of squat down a little bit to get up to it, and that could build up a little leg muscle where we're not wanting to bulk up. All right, so next we're gonna go into 20 of these shoulder taps. So go down like you're about to do a wide push-up. So hands about shoulder width apart, same with feet, abs as tight as you can, booty down, and you just rock back and forth, tapping your shoulders. So you're gonna feel this burning your chest, your shoulders, your triceps. And when you wobble back and forth, you're gonna feel that in your core too. So next, we're gonna go straight into the 15 whale tail little V flares. So these are great at toning your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back. So just lay completely flat on your ground. And when you start, I want your feet, your toes to be actually touching the floor, your ankles touching each other. When you raise up, flare up and out like a V, and then flex your glutes. And actually try to get your thighs up off the floor. And I don't care if your knees are straight, your legs are straight, bent a lot, doesn't matter. As long as you're trying to pull your thighs up off the floor. All right, right back in. And keep your heart rate up. And once again, if you guys need to stop and take a quick little break to stretch your calves out, that's totally fine. Just don't take too long of a break. We want to make sure that your heart rate doesn't dip down because we worked so hard to get your heart rate up to this point. We want to keep it way up here. So we're burning calories and fat the entire hour or the entire workout, however long it takes you. All right, back to the 20 shoulder taps. So it's 10 each arm, each side. All right. So there's a lot going on with this one. It's core, upper body, a lot going on. And then smooth transition down to the floor, perfect. So this one's, it's kind of sneaky. It doesn't look like it's much of anything, but you're really gonna feel it in your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back. So yeah. And lower back part of your core if you have a weak core. So if you do a ton of crunches, sit-ups, Russian twist, great. The front of your abs, the front of your core might be very toned, but the back, if your lower back is weak, then you don't have a strong core. So that's why we target your core from every possible angle. All right, last set. Remember, keep breathing too. All right, last set of the shoulder taps. Remember, let your body wobble back and forth. Don't just be like a robot, just tapping like this. You want to wobble back and forth. If you do that, that's what's gonna bring in your core. You're gonna feel that shift side to side in your obliques. We want that. All right, last set. All right, perfect, 15. And then both of you, after this one, when you hit 15, I'm gonna want both of you to go up to your hands and knees and do the child's pose stretch to stretch your glutes, hamstrings, and lower back out. All right, stretch that out. Quick child's pose. Yeah, feels really good after that circuit. All right, done with circuit number 4. All right, circuit number 5. All right, so this is another circuit where we're holding your dumbbells the entire time. So let's go ahead and grab your dumbbells. So we're gonna do a Russian twist with the step. So it's the side to side that we just did, holding the dumbbells, doing a Russian twist at the same time. So go ahead and get going. We'll do 50 total, 25 each side. So once again, this is like a coordination test. It's coordination, it's cardio, it's core all at the same time. So side to side. So just think of it kind of like a light little Russian twist, keeping your abs as tight as you can, going side to side. So 25 each side, 50 total. A lot of multitasking going on with these workouts. That's what we like to do. Get a lot more done in a lot less time. Now we're gonna go down to your mats. We're going to do 30 of the Russian twist with a punch, like a full-on punch. So it's a little bit slower than a normal Russian twist. Normal Russian twist, you have your dumbbells, your hands really close to your chest. These actually want you to punch across your body. So like opposite dumbbell hand to toe. So 15 each side. All right, perfect. Once again, it's core, it's a little cardio, it's some upper body. We're gonna lay on your back. We're gonna go back to the heel press hip thrust, this time both feet at the same time. So we're not crossing your legs, same exact motion with your legs, but this time holding your dumbbells, we're gonna do the tricep skull crushers. So you wanna keep your upper arms perpendicular to the ground the entire time with this one. You're gonna kick your dumbbells up to the ceiling, locking your elbows out at the same time when you thrust your hips up to the ceiling. So once again, the bend, the angle that Jessica and Landry have in their legs, that's the exact bend that you have to have the entire time. Pulling your toes up, pressing with your heels, that makes the whole thing. If you press with your whole foot, you're gonna feel that more in the fronts of your quads. We don't want that. So thrust your hips up, flex your glutes as tight as you can. Perfect. All right, right back up. All right, 50. You gotta get a good rhythm with this one too. So if your rhythm is off, if you're going to the wrong side at the wrong time, I might be off. So you might take a couple times to kind of get the rhythm. You might even want to start with the step part first, then once your rhythm is good with the step, then throw in the twist. But then once again, if you don't have a stepper, just do the jump twist on the floor. All right, right back to the Russian twist with a punch. All right, side to side, perfect. So like I mentioned, we like to do a lot of multitasking with these. So this is cardio, core, and arms at the same time. With the step, the Russian twist with the step, that's cardio and core. Next we're doing hamstrings, glutes, and triceps all at the same time. So with these workouts, since we use either body weight or light weights, we can multitask. We can do a lot of different muscle groups all at the same time. All right, so back of your arm, we're gonna get this little bit back there at the same time that we get this area back here. All right, flex your glutes as tight as you can. You're gonna feel this burning, that exact area where your upper hamstring flows into your lower glute. That's that area that I mentioned earlier that a lot of people notice some cellulite, a little bit of fat gain in the back of your leg, kind of this area right there. That's the area that we're really trying to target with a lot of these workouts. You feeling it right there?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Perfect. All right, last set. All right. And we'll do this. After 50, let's step back. Let's give your calves that little stretch. Just a couple seconds, maybe 5 seconds. Then we'll go into the Russian twist with a punch. So I know your calves are on fire right now. That's kind of the point. So at any point, you can stretch your calves out. Stretch them before the workout, during the workout, definitely after the workout. But the more that you do these, the less your calves are going to be on fire. I guess Landry then you stretch your calves out. It's fine, you're good. All right. Yeah, you're going to want it.
One of my favorite circuits to do.
Yep.
You can put on a bikini if you're going out.
I'm telling you. Everything. Yeah.
You get the little
Yep.
booty area,
Yep. Gets all those areas. Yep. All right. Keep those abs as tight as you can. And with these, with the Russian twist, don't just like lean back and keep your upper body kind of straight. You want to crunch your abs, keep your abs as tight as you can. If you keep your abs tight while you twist, you're gonna feel that like just that crunch and that twist. It's gonna like multiply the burn. That's what we want. Yeah. I don't have to tell them that. They're feeling it. All right, last set. Perfect. And when you do these, make sure when your dumbbells go up, your booty goes up. Dumbbells go down, booty goes down. Awesome. Make sure your dumbbells aren't going down below your chin. Make sure that your dumbbells aren't going way over your head. Your upper arms are staying perpendicular to the ground the entire time. So it's like forehead, ceiling, forehead, ceiling. All right. All right. Done with that one. All right, you guys killing it. All right. All right, circuit number 6. Okay, so we're gonna grab your dumbbells again. We're gonna jump up to the step. We're gonna do 30 of the jump up bicep curls. So right here, so full range bicep curl. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. So right here, the jump up like normal. You're gonna come up, flex your biceps, come all the way down and elongate your biceps. So each jump up is 1 curl. So 30 curls, 30 jump ups. And you can do this one with your thumbs up like a hammer. You can have your palms up, whatever you wanna do. It's totally up to you, whatever's more comfortable. Once again, if you don't have a step, do these on the floor. Same exact thing, just the step adds a little bit extra cardio. So we're doing 30, and then we're going to do 12 and 12 of the reach throughs. So drop one dumbbell to the side. You're gonna hold on to one dumbbell in one hand. So roll over to your side, top leg in front, upper arm perpendicular to the ceiling, and then reach through underneath your torso. So we wanna twist your hips. So when you do this one, you can either do it on your forearm or your hand. It doesn't matter, it's up to you, whatever's more comfortable. So when you reach through, I don't want you to just reach through like this with your arm. I want you to use your hips and your torso to move your arm, like that right there. Then when you bring your arm up, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades when your arm goes up to the ceiling, and you're gonna feel that flex a little bit in your upper back. All right, so 12 and 12, both sides. Perfect. So you're gonna feel this one big time in your core, mainly your obliques, but you're gonna feel it in your entire core. Then also in your arm, your upper back, your shoulder. So another one, there's a lot going on with this one. It's not just abs. It's like full body abs. And so many little muscle groups are having to work too all at the same time. It's cardio as well. So it's maintaining your heart rate. All right, right back to, oh, my bad. We're going to 50 flutter crunches. I jumped the gun here. Sorry guys, I was ready to be done. All right, so 50 flutter crunches. So this one, you wanna balance on your booty. So balance on your booty, hold that crunch as tight as you can, elbows totally locked out, and it's 50 little flutters. So don't bend your elbows like this. You're gonna lose the core aspect of this workout. Elbows locked out, little quick flutters, little breaths too. So little breaths. You're gonna wanna take little quick breaths. It's a lot harder than it looks. Yeah, the first few reps are like, what's it even doing? And then after like 5 or 6 reps, you're gonna feel that burn set in.
It looks a little goofy.
Yeah. It looks goofy until it's not goofy and it burns, and then you forget that it's goofy looking. All right, right back to the bicep curl jump ups. All right, 30. Yep, it's all good. As long as you don't fall off, it's all good. Remember, flex your biceps too. Don't just do the movements. With these, a lot of these exercises, you really have to focus on the muscle group that you're using. Don't just like do the motion. If you're using your biceps, flex your biceps. All right, right down to the reach throughs. Drop that one dumbbell. And if you try it with a dumbbell and it's a little bit too much, a little too intense, drop the dumbbell and just do it body weight. It's totally fine. And remember, you want your top leg in front with this one. So if I'm twisting right here, I want my top leg in front. I don't want to be stacked. If I'm stacked, then I have to focus a little bit too much on my balance, and I might kind of fall off or fall over. If your top leg is behind, you can't really twist your hips nearly as much. So that's why I want you to stagger your feet, get your top foot in front, so you can get that big twist with your hips. All right.
Myself in the face with my ponytail.
I hate when that happens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know you do.
I feel your pain. It's so annoying. All right, perfect. Keep your abs as tight as you can. I can see all those little muscles in your upper back and the back of your shoulders, flexing, having to work overtime. Awesome. All right, now into the 50 flutters. All right, just balance on your booty, keep your abs crunched. Don't just lean back. So balance, crunch, elbows locked out, 50 little flutters. You wanna kind of time the breath. Each time you do a little flutter, time that little short breath. That's why they're both silent right now, because you have to breathe with this one. All right, last set, right back up. All right, you guys are killing it. Last set of the reach throughs. Like I said, if you wanted to try this one on your hand, go for it. Most people do it on your forearm. If you have a bad wrist, don't even try to do it on your hand. You're gonna put most all your body weight right there. It could be really uncomfortable, but it's totally your pick. If you wanna try it on your hands, go for it. You can get a little bit bigger range of motion with that reach, with that twist. Either way, you're still gonna feel it. It's up to you. All right, last set. Almost done with this circuit. You guys are looking amazing. Take those little breaths. We want to take those little breaths all throughout both of these. All right, looking great. All right, last set of flutters. Last set of flutters. You guys got this. All right, abs as tight as you can, elbows locked out. Breathe, little quick breaths, 50 little flutters. It's so quiet. Awesome. All right, I know your abs are burning. It is really quiet in here. It is very quiet right now. All right. All right, awesome. All right, done with circuit number 6. All right, you guys are killing it. All right, circuit number 7. So I've got good news, guys. There's no cardio in this circuit. We're gonna start with the step, but no cardio. We're gonna start with some upper glute toning. So you guys go ahead and stand on your step. I'm gonna scoot back here. So all you're gonna do, balance on one leg, lock this leg out, open up your foot, keep your hips square at the screen. There you go, turn around, and then kick back and out at an angle. So for this one, you have to kick out at an angle. So think of it, if you're standing in the middle of a square room, you'd be kicking your ankle where the ceiling and the wall meet. So right there. But the main focus is keeping your hips square. Don't twist your hips. You have to lock your knee out, open up your foot, and kick back and out at an angle. So you should feel this one in your upper glute. Yeah, you got to balance too. Yeah, so you're gonna be feeling this one way, way, way up here. So this one's great at pulling up, perking up, and toning your glutes. So it's localized just right there in your upper booty, but the more that we do these, over time it's gonna end up perking up, pulling up your entire glute. Feel the burn? Yeah. Yeah, it's another one of those, kind of like the flutter crunches where the first you're like, what is this even doing? But then that burn sets in and you know exactly what's going on.
I actually find myself doing these at like a grocery store, like standing in a line. What is she doing?
Yep. Yeah, it's all about perking and toning your booty. Nothing to do is gonna make the booty bigger. We want to tone and perk the booty this way and not this way. So all of these are perfect at just that. So 50 each leg. All right. Then we're gonna go down to the 15 tricep dips on the step. If you wanna do this one on the floor, you don't have to step, just do it on the floor, same exact thing. But just get your hands next to your booty, walk your body up. You're going to just dip down and then lock your elbows out. So 15 tricep dips. And then in a seamless transition, you're gonna sit back onto the step and we're gonna do 30 of the little balance crunches. So boom, right there. Awesome. Put your hands wherever you need to, on the step, on the floor, it doesn't really matter. Whatever's more comfortable, whatever's best for your balance, it's all good. But see how neither one of them are kicking their legs all the way out. It's a really short range of motion. So when you pull your knees in, your feet in, you wanna crunch down. So it's like you're meeting your knees and your face right in the middle. All right, right back to booty. All right. All right, remember, keep your knee locked out. Flex your glute as tight as you can. So once again, it's all about booty toning, booty perking. I know this one takes a bit. It takes a bit. If you need to grab onto something, if you need to go to the floor, to sit on the floor, grab onto a chair, a desk, a wall, totally fine. If your balance isn't that great, it's all good. You don't have to stand on the step. However you feel it the most in your upper glute, that's how I want you to do this one. But once again, the main thing is knee locked out, open up your foot, and then flex your upper glute as tight as you can. Feeling the burn? Good. You gotta focus.
Isn't that thing when you're young and you would say like you can hold your earlobe?
I've never understood that. I've never understood it.
It does work.
Really?
Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, never mind. No, it doesn't here.
You're probably supposed to, yeah, I don't know, who knows. All right. All right, feel that burn. Awesome. All right, right back into the tricep dips. With the dips, be sure you're not dipping down too far. There's a lot of connective tissue that connects your arm to your shoulder to your back. If you dip down too far, you could end up kind of straining some of that. So it's a really short range of motion, right about there to right there. It's not a big range of motion. All right, then back to the crunches. All right, crunches, short range of motion as well. So like in a controlled kind of speed. Don't rip through it. Don't go too fast. Don't go too slow. Crunch your abs. Keep your abs as tight as you can. All right. All right. Last set of glutes. Awesome. All right, last one. And with these, if you want to do these on your own too, Landry was just saying that she does these just standing in line, like if she's at a store or something. Sometimes she'll just kind of kick her leg out. She's like in the kitchen talking to her mom or something, or friends. She'll just kind of randomly start doing some of these booty exercises. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you can do these multiple times a day, every single day if you want to. Nothing's gonna bulk up, nothing's going to make anything bigger. It's just all about perking and toning. And if you did want to do these with ankle weights on, we're not using them today with ankle weights, but if you did want to wear ankle weights, we would wear like 2-pound ankle weights, 3-pound ankle weights, just to make make that burn a little bit more intense if you want to. You don't have to, because I know your booty is burning right now, just body weight. But if you wanted to make it a little bit more intense, put on some ankle weights.
Testing our balance.
There we go. You can't take the dance out of the dancer, can you?
It's not true. Nope.
Fight it, fight it. All right. Last set of triceps. We're almost done, guys. You guys are killing it. Good. All right, 15 tricep dips. Lock your elbows out. You're gonna feel that burn in the back of your arm. All right, last set of crunches. Crunch your abs as tight as you can. It's almost kind of like you're sucking your belly button into your spine with this one when you crunch. That little range of motion makes a really big difference. All right, okay. Done with circuit number 7. Nice, all right, sweet, yes. All right, circuit number 8 is just about the stretch. Okay, so no cardio, just stretching for this one. So we're gonna do the calf stretch on your step, like we did a few circuits ago. So let's get about a 5-10 second stretch for your calves. It's gonna feel amazing with all the bouncy cardio that we did. I know your calves are just kind of melting right now. Well, or they're on fire. That's a mix between both probably. All right, so stretch your calves. And then we're gonna go down onto your mat. So go down like you're about to do a push-up, but I want you to lay all the way flat on your mat. You're gonna raise up. We're gonna do the cobra stretch to stretch your abs out. We did a lot of abs today, so I like to end with a really good core ab stretch, and then seamlessly transition into the child's pose. Stretch out your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back. You can even kick out your hips kind of side to side. Stretch out your upper glutes that we just targeted the previous circuits. It's gonna feel amazing. All right. You guys are done. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining in this workout. We'll see you again the next time.